Bitcoin holders, welcome back to another brand new video. So today overall has been pretty interesting. At one point we did in fact see Bitcoin pumping while gold and silver were actually dumping. Okay, so a couple of days ago we know guys, okay, gold and silver and I'm pretty sure other precious metals out there have in fact been skyrocketing, right? We saw gold reaching new all-time highs. Gold went as high as I believe over $4.3 thousand, right? And for silver, it went beyond $50, I believe, around like $54 for silver, which is amazing to see, right? And while that was happening, while gold and silver were pumping a couple of days ago, okay, as we all know, Bitcoin was actually dumping, right? And today, okay, we did in fact see a correction happening for gold and silver as well, right? We did in fact see gold dumping. Okay, I believe it dumped like 6% today, which is quite a bit. Okay, it is actually a free fall. You can actually call it a free fall. Gold did actually dump quite a bit. Same with silver, right? And Bitcoin today at one point was actually pumping, but we are in fact seeing a correction happening right now for Bitcoin. Okay, so I want to talk about it, guys. Are we gonna be seeing a rotation, okay, happening right now with gold and Bitcoin? All right, are we gonna see an actual rotation? Okay, that is exactly what I want to talk about for today's video. So looking at the Bitcoin price right now, yeah, you guys can clearly see, right? Let's go to the 1 hour time frame. And yeah, you guys can clearly see we did actually see Bitcoin rising back up to $114,000. It's been quite some time since we have seen Bitcoin going back up to this level of 114. Okay, it's been a couple weeks, right? You guys can clearly see that. So yeah, today, right, we did actually see Bitcoin rising back up to $114,000. Okay, and now it has dropped back down to $108,000. Okay, you guys can just clearly see that. So at one point, right, Bitcoin was actually pumping, and now it is dumping. Right now, let's look at gold. Okay, look at what gold is doing today. So yeah, gold, like I said, okay, I was right. It was over $4.3 thousand. Okay, it was looking pretty good for the past few days for gold. As we all know, gold has been absolutely skyrocketing, right? You guys can just clearly see that. Let's go to the 4 hour time frame. But you guys clearly see gold has just been absolutely skyrocketing, right, for the past few weeks and few months. Okay, and just today gold had this pretty decent correction down to the downside. It went all the way down to pretty much $4,000. It's going back up a little bit, right? 4.1 an ounce right now. Okay, but yeah, gold today, man, it has dropped quite a bit. Again, it's quite funny because a lot of people, okay, especially in Australia, were having a lot of FOMO to buy gold, even silver. Okay, so let's have a look at silver. And yeah, you guys clearly see a pretty decent correction for silver as well. It reached as high as $54. Okay, almost 55. Couldn't quite get there. And yeah, it has dropped all the way at one point, all the way back down below $50. Okay, all the way down to like 47, which is crazy. Okay, so massive correction happening with gold and silver right now. Okay, and at one point when this was happening, when gold and silver was actually dumping, Bitcoin at one point was actually pumping. Okay, and now it has dropped. Right. But yeah, looking at this, guys, okay, past 24 hours, right, majority of altcoins today are actually in the reds. Okay, and I believe yesterday we did in fact see altcoins in the greens yesterday, but altcoins today are like in the reds. Okay, some alts are in the greens. Okay, you guys clearly see that, right? But majority of alts today are in the reds. Okay, you guys clearly see that. The Bitcoin monthly returns, we are still down over 4%, almost 5% for this month in October, right? Like I said, okay, do I think we will see a recovery back to the greens for this month in October? It is possible, right? It is very, very possible that we can see Bitcoin flipping this to the greens to end off this month in October. And I do believe we're still going to see a green Q4 for Bitcoin and crypto overall, especially for Bitcoin, right? I told you guys many times throughout my videos for the past few days that I don't think the top is in for Bitcoin. I truly do believe Bitcoin is going to be heading much, much higher to 130 to 145 to 150, potentially even 180, 190, maybe 200K, just maybe. Okay, we don't know about that yet. Okay, no one knows where the top is going to be for Bitcoin, right? But I know $126,000 cannot be the top for Bitcoin. I think it's going to be heading much, much higher. Right, so I do believe there is potential that Bitcoin can flip in the greens for this month in October. Okay, so yes, Bitcoin. Okay, sorry, not Bitcoin, gold. Right, gold has dropped 6% today. Okay, which is quite a bit. Okay, we usually do not see a massive drop, especially for precious metals. Okay, something like gold, dropping 6%, guys, in a single day. Okay, so yeah, it dropped 6% and wiped out $1.75 trillion from its market cap today. Okay, and we know gold was the first ever asset, okay, to reach, I believe, $30 trillion. Okay, which is amazing to see, right? Now, looking at this, guys, okay, gold followed the global liquidity. Okay, Bitcoin will catch up next, $150,000 to $180,000 in Q4. I think that is possible. Like I said earlier, I do believe, okay, Bitcoin will be reaching these price targets of 150, 170, 180, potentially even 190 to even 200K. 200K, it can happen. Okay, it can happen, right? But yeah, I do believe we're gonna see a final leg up happening for Bitcoin. Okay, and yet usually Bitcoin does follow, right? If gold is pumping, usually Bitcoin does follow right after it. Okay, like it has a little delay. Okay, it takes some time, right? But it does usually follow. So we may see a rotation happening right now, right, with gold and Bitcoin. Okay, so be ready for that, guys. Okay, now looking at this, right, gold is collapsing in the biggest market crash in history. Gold dump equals Bitcoin pump. Same pattern happens every time. Liquidity rotation starts now. Get ready for the next bull run. Pretty interesting, guys. Okay, we may actually see a rotation happening right now with gold and Bitcoin. Okay, this can be good, right? Seeing gold crashing today, having this free fall down to the downside, it can be good for Bitcoin, right? It can be good for Bitcoin, guys. So I truly do believe Bitcoin is going to be heading much, much higher, 100%. So be ready for that. Now, look at this, guys. Okay, Anthony posted this saying, yesterday I told you it was time for the great rotation from gold into Bitcoin. Today, the rotation started. Okay, and yes, like I said earlier, right, we did actually see Bitcoin pumping, right? Whereas gold was actually dumping. Okay, y'all clearly see that. But that's a completely different story right now. Okay, yes, we did in fact see Bitcoin pumping on one point earlier today. Okay, it went up to like $114,000, but yeah, like what I just showed you guys. Okay, Bitcoin is now having this correction back down to the downside, right? So yes, we did in fact see pretty much a pump and a dump today happening for Bitcoin. Man, I'm not gonna lie, guys. Okay, I have no idea what is happening right now with Bitcoin. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Okay, I would have thought Bitcoin by now would have had a beautiful bounce back up to at least back up to like 120 by now, but clearly not. I have no idea what is happening right now with Bitcoin. Okay, I'm laughing this off, guys, because in my opinion, it is hilarious, right? It really, really is. Okay, I have no idea what Bitcoin and even altcoins, not just Bitcoin, but altcoins are doing as well, guys. I must say, like, this cycle does feel different. Okay, it really, really does. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, it is exhausting, right? It really, really is exhausting, guys. Okay. And yeah, I'm reading these memes, okay, about today's pump and dump for Bitcoin. And Ash Crypto says here, why fly to Dubai when you can see the Burj Khalifa on Bitcoin? And yeah, this does look like the Burj Khalifa building, the tallest building in the world. Okay, it really, really does, guys. So yeah, we did in fact see a very, very short run up for Bitcoin today, right? When it ran up to like 114, and now it's gone, right? It's dumping back down to the downside, guys. Okay. But yeah, it's amazing to see, like at one point we did actually see Bitcoin pumping, okay, while gold was actually dropping at one point, right? So, I do believe, the rotation can still happen, okay, even though, Bitcoin has dropped back down to the downside, right? I still believe a rotation can for sure happen, right? Now, looking at this, guys, okay, and now this is actually pretty interesting. And it says here, everyone says buy the dip until it actually dips, then they panic. Just follow the data. It's not that hard. Okay, when Bitcoin is in a bull market, price above the yellow zone, pullbacks are buying opportunities. I made this simple indicator. Don't ask me for it. It's really simple. Okay. It is, what does it say? And it doesn't even matter what moving averages you use. For example, below the weekly EMA 50 and above the EMA 200 equals a buy. Follow the data, not the emotion. And this is facts, right? This is 100% true, guys. Okay. This is still a great buying opportunity for Bitcoin. Okay. Now, I know what most of you guys are going to say, I'm going to wait for the dip because, as I told you guys, I do believe we're going to see, some type of bear market next year in 2026. That's just my personal opinion. I do believe that is going to be happening for Bitcoin, right? And crypto overall, right? I do believe we're going to see a correction. Okay. But personally, guys, I still think right now it's a great time to buy Bitcoin, right? We know Bitcoin is going to $1 million. It doesn't matter if you're buying Bitcoin above 100K or below 100K. It really, really does not matter. And that's why, guys, I'm just dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin. Okay. So this is still a great buying opportunity, right? It just signals a time to buy right now. So I hope you guys are, in fact, taking this moment right now to buy some more Bitcoin. Okay. It's the best time to do that, right? It really, really is. And that is not financial advice. Okay. Always doing research. Now, looking at this, guys, this is actually very, very interesting. So Joe posted this a couple of hours ago saying gold will never be a store of value. It falls 5% in a single day, and I can't buy coffee with it. It's going to zero. All right. And then CZ reposted this saying gold won't go to zero, but Bitcoin is better. He is right. And he also says here, okay, and this was, when was this? Yesterday, right? And he says here, prediction, Bitcoin will flip gold. I don't know exactly when, might take some time, but it will happen. Save the tweet. And this is facts. Okay, this is 100% facts. Okay, as I told you guys many times, okay, and as a lot of Bitcoiners around the crypto space have said, gold will eventually become, okay, the largest asset out there by market cap. So that means, yes, it's going to flip gold, right? We know Bitcoin's going to $1 million. And once Bitcoin is at $1 million per coin or beyond $1 million per coin, I'm pretty sure the market cap will be much, much higher than gold's. Okay, and now, like I said, guys, okay, gold did reach over $30 trillion by market cap, okay, for the first time ever in history, which was amazing. Okay, and now you can clearly see it's below that, right? Since gold has, in fact, had this correction today. But yes, CZ is right. Okay, one day Bitcoin will flip gold by market cap. It's going to be happening, whether you guys like it or not, right? Whether you guys believe it or not, it's going to be happening. Okay, we will see Bitcoin flipping gold by market cap. It's going to happen one day, so be prepared for that. Okay, it's going to easily happen. So that being said, guys, I truly do appreciate all you guys for watching today's video. Let's see where Bitcoin is heading next, because we did in fact see a very, very short run up to the upside happening today for Bitcoin. Ran up to 114 and now it's back down to 108. So let's see what happens today with Bitcoin. Okay, I will keep you guys up to date. And yeah, gold's having a little recovery. Okay, you guys can clearly see that, right, on the 15-minute time frame. Okay, it is in fact having this little recovery back up to the upside. Like I said, it dropped down to exactly $4,000. Okay, and now it's back up to over 4.1. Okay, so it's having a little recovery right now. Same with silver. Okay, little recovery, nothing too crazy though. It is still down quite a bit. Okay, but yeah, that is that, guys. Okay, so let's see what will happen. Okay, with Bitcoin, I will obviously keep you guys up to date. Maybe this is going to be a rotation happening, right, for gold and Bitcoin. Let's have a see. Okay, let's have a look, guys. So that being said, I truly do appreciate all you guys for watching today's video. Give this video a thumbs up, and of course, subscribe to the channel. That is always much, much appreciated. And yeah, I will catch you guys all in my next video. Have a good one, guys.